Good evening, everyone, and forgive me for the lateness of the video tonight. I've just been absolutely done in. I don't know what it is. I'm just absolutely shattered. Maybe it's walking up all those hills at the weekend. But yeah, I'm just absolutely rubber ducked. So I wanted to do you know, I was really struggling earlier. I had a bit of time and I looked at it and I thought, I can't see what we're going to do on fantasy football this week that's any different to last week. And I was actually in two minds to not record anything at all, okay? But with this one, what we're basically going to be doing is, obviously you can see the overview of the portfolio and everything there like you do on all the videos, which is cool. And you will always get a chance in the videos to see exactly who we've got, where they're at, all that type of thing. And when we get to the bottom, I'll kind of show you what we're actually planning on doing. So at this point with the fantasy football side of things, we've had the large portion of this team minus Delict. Delict we bought when he was on a down. We thought he was maybe going to stop going on down. He's put down a little bit further, so we'll maybe top up on him again shortly. But we've had the bulk of this team for a very long time. We've bought them all in very strong, very stable positions. And now it just becomes a fitness test, guys, okay? So obviously all of them are in lovely shades of profit, by and large, minus Delict. And Pepe, kind of floats between like 260 and 270 very boringly, But otherwise, they're all in pretty decent positions, and we're quite happy to be holding them all as they are. Guys like Guerrero peaked out at I think 95 pence or something. He's starting to go backwards. There was some links to some transfers with Barca, and there's just not been any more stories ever since. I think it could happen. It's very likely just with the business Dortmund have done in signing Nico Schultz. But we have a question mark over him. Where is he playing? If he's going to be at Dortmund, I don't know if I want to hold him for the beginning of the season and take that gamble of him not featuring too much. But saying that, the guy's got good attributes to be a good super sub as well. And for as much as he was an exploitation, for the simple fact that he's a left back on this, but he played a lot in left mid. So will we see a bit of that again next season now that they've signed Brandt and Hazard? Probably not. So it's guys like, if he goes to Barca, then his price is going to run away. A guy like this, basically a young, I don't want to say it, but I'm halfway through it, so I might as well finish. A young Jordi Alba, could you say that about him? He's a really attacking, he's basically played left mid for big portions of the season last year. And if that was to happen, or even rumours of it was to happen, or even rumours of any Premier League teams that need a left back started to come in, then his price can go up because he's got talent. He's got great PB scores. He's got great IPD track record. The guy's brilliant. But what we're now starting to do is we're putting all these guys for a fitness test. Okay, so we're weighing them up, pros and cons. With the profit that's on the table for them, the fact that we don't have IPD potential with them for the start of the season, and start of the season IPDs will be a massive generator on whose prices are going to fly away in the first throughout August and September really. People's early form is going to play a really big part in how the index moves for those months, and we need to really be thinking, are the people we're holding suitable or likely to have such a vein of form with the fixtures that are ahead of them and everything as well. So I've shown you before in videos, but we have a little target list and a little kind of scouting list. I've not actually updated it in ages, but this is I will be updating it, and the next time we return to this. So last time I updated this was the 12th of June, and you can see some of these things. I wish I just bought a bunch of them now rather than kind of try and penny pinch them down. Like Pulisic is the main one. I did a tweet about it the other day. Even Foden, when he was hovering around like 299 and 302 and whatever. But yeah, we've not updated it since the 12th of June, so we're going to be updating that, and we're really going to be drilling into the fixtures and the squad and who we want to cash out on and who do we want to buy in. Now, to be honest with you, I don't envisage us making a drastic change to the team because we do have some very good players and some very good situations right now for football matches, not maybe column inches, guys like Rafael Leao, Goretzka, Kante, Oblak, Kramaric, wherever he ends up. There's a good spine of this team that's in a really good position, and that's part of the benefit of using Football Index as a fantasy football alternative, is because at the end of last season's fantasy football, your team's gone. So you had somebody last year, maybe Wan-Bissaka, when he was at Crystal Palace on fantasy football. I don't know how much he was. Let's just say he was 4 million. You ain't going to get him for 4 million this season on fantasy football. Now he's at Man United, no chance. If that's what he was, he'd probably double in fantasy football value, if that makes sense. But whereas with this, if you just held him the whole time, or held any of these players over the season, that is a massive advantage, and it means you're kind of now, as a football fan, can pay off for you better, over a longer term. You're not confined to just doing well in a season, and that's one of the major benefits, as well as being cross league, multi competition as well. But yeah, so this is the team, the way it's sitting. You're probably sick of the sight of it, but it's in a really strong position overall, and we are now going to be going into fitness training with them. We're going to be doing fitness work. We're going to be seeing, are they worth the money? Are they ones we want to be keeping around? Do we want to sell them? And then if we are going to sell them, like any good football team does, fantasy football or real football, is you need to have your target lined up. Okay, I'm going to sell him, and then I'm going to buy him in his place, and he's going to change this for the team or change that. And because of this is the thing as well, you need to understand if you are a new user, and especially if you're not a new user, right? But there's a significant portion on the platform who their experience of PB and IPDs is limited to maybe 3 or 4 match days or less at this point. There's a lot of new users on the platform that don't know, or have never went through a match day, don't really know how it pans out. And that is something that you need to understand as well. With so many new users, when they get the first little taste of IPDs and what it does for them, you will find some people will move their portfolios around, and that will be on the back of them experiencing new things, learning new information, seeing a different side to the market that they've not had the opportunity to really see before. If you do want to see how the market pans out in that kind of situation, I have a ton of old videos you can go watch that will show you good instances, and that my titles are all fairly accurate. There's one that's called, I think there's one called How to Play the Weekend, which is a pretty good video. I can't remember if that's exactly what it's called, but it's called something like that, How to Play the Weekend or whatever. But yeah, so expect to see that in the marketplace. And what you should be, you've probably done it already, kind of like this team has. This team's been put together for a long time. Fantasy football aside, your portfolio in general, you've probably done that a long time ago. But is there anyone you should be really revisiting? Because sometimes you can just accept, oh, do you know what, Sangayer, he's 78 pence, I've had him for ages, he's 94 pence, it doesn't bother me, I'm never worried about him, he's an easy player in the dressing room, but it's, do you know what, is that £47, that's what it is now, £47 minus 2%, is that best placed with him, or is it best placed in somebody else? Is my £98 in Kramaric, is that best placed? I don't think for 98 pence there's really anybody better than Kramaric on this, because he's just lethal. He's so good last year. And anyway, but these are the conversations we'll be having with the players. We'll be sitting them down, having a chat, seeing what their expectations are for the season ahead. Does it marry up with the squad and what we want to achieve? And then, do you know what, we'll be chatting to some other players, and we'll be getting a closer look at them and their figures, and seeing if they can improve us in any way. Okay, guys? So in terms of fantasy football, you're not going to see another video, again, probably similar to the People's Portfolio, to the end of the month, when we're going to have everything. We'll have a new look squad. We're going to have some trades completed. We're going to be working in the background. We're going to be analysing things. And if there's anything that I think is worth sharing, like I always do, I will make a video about it as and when. But a dedicated Tuesday fantasy football video, we're probably going to shelf it for a couple of weeks. And because I say, but the summer we've had and the point we are now at on the horizon of the new year, there's not very much more I can talk to you about that I've not done a video about, really, to be honest with you. But all the same, guys, we just broke 500 subscribers. We've just had our first collaboration with a great guy, Connor, on Football Index Manager, and I think, honestly, I'm so excited for the season ahead. You guys that have been subscribed here since like February, March or whatever, my hat goes off to you. You've been here through a lot of it, and we've had some great chats, and you guys will know, but this is going to get so much more fun when the season kicks off, guys. If you're watching this video for the first time and you've not got an Index account, or you've got one that's dormant, or whatever, trust me, when the season kicks off, you will put more money into this. And what this whole channel is wrapped in is using this as an alternative primarily to traditional gambling. And then this little strategy that we talk about, fantasy football, is really just to give you a fun football fantasy angle on how you play with your money and how to keep it exciting, because the more exciting an alternative to an addiction is, the more likely you are to accept that alternative, and I'm not saying anyone's a gambling addict or anything like that. I'm not here to be preachy or anything, but I'm somebody who, I've never done, when you see what a gambling addict is on paper, right, more people, or enough people wouldn't tick any of those boxes, but will bet £30 a week or something like that. It doesn't affect their life really, it doesn't cause them to, break down relationships and put themselves in vulnerable positions and whatever. But that's £30 a week, I'm just pulled a number out of thin air, but that's £120 a month. If you had an extra £120 a month into an index account, you will not lose it. That I just can't say it any other way. If you're a football fan, you're not a basketball fan, you just turn up here and whatever, If you're a football fan, your money, you will not lose your money, How much you earn is really down to you and everything else that goes around that. But the fantasy football, next time we come back, sorry, I'll keep back on point. The next time we come back, the team will look different. We might even have a new formation. We might have 10 goalkeepers. It could be absolutely anything. The rules are what we make them. But if you go look at the first episode, you'll see that we made some rules. I've not looked at them for a while. But yeah, guys, me and Connor are getting together to do another collab. I think I mentioned it in another video yesterday. I do forget. But expect to see that drop at some point this week. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you are new around here, please subscribe. It means so much to me. We're at 500. We're halfway to the magic 1,000. The one thing that everyone aims for when they first start recording videos. Like, share, subscribe, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.